I'm Mark Rose, the Vice President for Design and Engineering, and I'm going to take you on a very personal tour of Cheetah Hunt and Cheetah Run. Follow me, come on. This is the old monorail building, and that's where the loading station will be. We'll have gates that allow 16 people to get on the ride. So when 16 people get on the train in front of it will launch. This train will roll forward and be ready to launch. We propel you with magnets from a zero start to 38 miles an hour out of the building. So the trains will actually go through this architecture, up this steep bank turn into this trench. And once they line up in this trench, we will then launch you to 60 miles an hour as you climb this tower. After the coaster goes up the tower, there's a figure eight at the top. So the coaster will wind through that figure eight, drop off the tower from a height of 102 feet into a trench that goes underneath the train tracks. As you come out of the train, under the train, you will go over the sky ride. Once you go over the sky ride, you now go under a guest path, do a helix, so you actually spiral and go upside down one time and go into Rhino Rally. You actually drop into Rhino Rally where the river used to rage down, floating the pontoon boats. You will actually be above the water, skimming above the water through the canyon of Rhino Rally. After you leave Rhino Rally, you hit that third launch, go through a 60-foot bunny hop where you will feel weightless for several seconds. Come back over the guest path into a fourth trench and then back around to the station. Top speed moment would be in this trench as you accelerate to 60 miles an hour and at the bottom of the drop off of the tower where you will again be about 60 miles an hour.
The name came from actually how the cheetah does hunt. So they are the fastest land animal and they are built for speed, actually to be able to hunt down their prey, which are smaller antelope when they're in South Africa and the country, continent of Africa. The coaster takes you through turns and twists, and if you actually see a real cheetah running, their tail whips back and forth, almost like a rudder on a boat, so it gives them that stability. So when you're on the coaster itself, you're actually almost like simulating that cheetah when it's running after its prey.
On either side of the entry will be our sentinels, and these cheetah sculptures will be those sentinels. It's not stone, it's not marble, but it's supposed to represent a piece of wood that the natives, the indigenous species of people that were here thousands of years ago found in the wild, and it looks very much like that of a cheetah. Behind me is an example of what we're going to clad all of these buildings with. So instead of a kind of a simple stucco kind of finish, we now take with artisans and sculptors that same wet cement and we carve it into these shapes. So it looks like bricks, it looks like stucco, it looks like fallen away plaster. We even carve in there symbols. And once we paint it, it looks like it was built out of individual bricks instead of a smooth plaster finish that's actually carved. And it's a blend of bringing Egypt in, bringing Morocco in, and also bringing in our edge of Africa kind of natural feel. This is going to be a giant cheetah rock. Unlike a piece of driftwood, this will be a natural rock that the indigenous people found to look very close to the shape of a cheetah, and they have added their own sculpturing to it to make it look more like a cheetah. So this rock that you see being built here will morph from very organic to looking more like a real cheetah as our people over time have made it look more like a cheetah.
The Cheetah Run is going to be able to display awesome animals, cheetah of the world. Cheetahs are usually found in South Africa and the middle parts of Africa. Unfortunately, they're critically endangered. So we want to bring our ambassador cheetahs to here so our guests can enjoy them up close and personal. The Cheetah Run is going to allow us to be able to show the agility and the speed of the animal, and they can literally get up to 70 miles an hour. They're the fastest land animal known to man. Okay, right behind us you're seeing what we call the cheetah housing area. It's where we have bedrooms where our cheetahs will be housed at night.
In a structure I built in 1988 for our Clydesdale horses that was our symbol of Anheuser-Busch, and we are repurposing this building for our cheetahs. So we have, instead of 7 stalls for Clydesdales, we have 7 bedrooms for our cheetah population. We'll also be able to shift them out these portals on the north side into a run. And this run goes along the outside of the building that will then go into their display. So every morning our cheetahs will go to work going through that portal and out into the display.
And we have 12 cheetahs on property right now that we're training and maintaining, taking care of in one of our back areas. So once this area is done, we will bring them over here and start working them in the new area, the new bedrooms, the new habitat, get them used to the display, and also be next door to the coaster. We're going to try to have 4 to 6 runs per day so the guests can actually see how fast a cheetah can run. And then we're going to have some probably what we call relate sessions where we'll bring them out on habitat, we'll answer guest questions, and we'll bring them up close and personal so the guests can enjoy them a lot closer than they can now.
So you're getting to see behind the scenes as to where their bedrooms will be. We're going to open this on May the 27th at 9 o'clock in the morning.